Patrick is not a killer. In a very tranquil town, there was a stammerer boy. His name was Patrick. He was a hardworking student at the university, but he had to work part-time in Mr. Craig's butcher's shop because his family was poor. But he often had difficulty in speaking, especially when he was anxious. He couldn't articulate even a single word sometimes. He was chopping and mincing the meat for the customers. Patrick was a good worker, and the customers liked him so much that they tipped him with a good amount of money for his sales. One day, while chopping the meat, Patrick rushed into the street suddenly, and Mr. Craig, the owner of the butcher's shop, did not get any news from him till that phone rang. Yes, the phone was ringing and Mr. Craig answered it. He got shocked at what he heard about, and he also rushed into the street without saying anything to the customers. Mr. Craig was out of breath when he arrived at the police station, because he doubted that something must have been misunderstood. He asked the policeman about his young worker Patrick. What the policeman told astonished Mr. Craig. He couldn't believe in his ears. The policeman told that Patrick killed a mommy cat with its newborn babies. Patrick was there, looking around surprisingly anxiously. There were two old, frustrated women. They accused Patrick of being cruel to animals and even killing them. But what he could do was just to stammer a few words vaguely. I saw mommy cat across with kitties, but suddenly a dog appeared and I chased them all. I rushed and caught the cats. Mr. Craig told the policeman about Patrick's case of stammering in hard times, and the policeman waited for a while. Then Mr. Craig could hardly calm Patrick down, and Patrick began to tell his bizarre day ending there. As he went on talking, it came out that he grabbed the cats and hid them in his garden. While turning back to the shop, the women stopped and shouted at him, "Killer! You are a killer!" because they thought that Patrick killed the cats. The women felt very sad about the trouble they caused. They had been sure that Patrick was a killer who killed the mommy cat with its kittens, because he had taken the cats abruptly and returned in a short time with all his clothes in blood. They wanted to make up for their fault. How come they could blame such a merciful animal lover for killing those helpless cats? They set off for Patrick's house with him to see the cats. Patrick was not anxious this time, and told about the incident once more, but without any stammering. They arrived in the house, and the cats were lying under the lemon tree near the jerry-built kennel. The women wanted to look after these cats as well. They made a deal with Patrick. They would always bring cat food, but these cats would always stay there. Because they were sure that there was no one in this world to be able to love these cats more than Patrick.